welcome back to the channel. Good to see you again. Today we're working on the Chevy two-stroke, aka Chevy Equinox. I call it the two-stroke because whenever I go to fill up the gas tank, I also fill up the oil. And if you have a four-cylinder Chevy Equinox or anything with this four-cylinder engine, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. So today we are replacing the intake cam actuator. So I'll go ahead and get the code rolling here. It's beeping at me. So we've got P0010, and this is intake camshaft position actuator, circuit open, bank 1. This car has been stalling out. Pretty much every stop sign or traffic light I come to all week, it's been stalling out. So I went ahead and got the GM, the genuine actuator instead of, some cheap knockoff. This car has 165,000. Probably should have got the one for the exhaust as well, but I'm not worried about it for right now. We'll just get this one in, make sure this one works. And so I'll go ahead and change this out and we'll see if this corrects this stalling out issue. So we'll go ahead and get this air cleaner assembly off of here. It's got a hose clamp there, and then we got to take this hose clamp off, and then this thing just pops right up off of here. You might be wondering about this. So because this thing burns so much oil and there's so much blow by from these bad rings, if you don't have some sort of a vent to ventilate this pressure out of the system or out of your motor, you're going to blow out the rear main seal. So I drilled a hole through the cap, just used a barbed fitting and just jammed it down in there, and then this rubber hose, and it goes down underneath the car all the way to the back, because you don't want any of that exhaust fumes coming back up and getting into your cabin filter. Ask me how I know. Okay, so this thing just pops off of here. All right. These are our two actuators, exhaust and intake. Intake cam is this side, exhaust is on this side. Obviously, this is our intake manifold, exhaust manifold's in the back. So this will be our intake actuator. And to remove this, lift the little white clip up and just squeeze in on it and pull that guy off of there. And then we have a 10mm down in here. Okay, just like that. Let's see if we can wiggle this out of here. Might have to pry it up with something. There we go. Come on. There we have it. Let's take a look at this old actuator here. It's pretty grimy looking. There's actually like a piece of metal sticking out of that screen there. Yeah. So if I reference the old shop manual, I should be able to find what the ohm measurement for this should be. We can even test it out and see if it is bad. When I say shop manual, I'm really talking about Google or YouTube, I guess. So I'll test this out just to see, just for fun, and then we'll go ahead and car's all back together. So we'll go ahead and take that thing for a rip and see if this actuator resolves my stalling out problem. I sure hope it does. Okay, so I just erased the codes. So I'm gonna Go ahead and start this thing up and see how it idles here. Change engine oil soon. Nah, heck with that. So it's clearing up. Who knows, maybe it's relearning, I don't know. Well, it seems to be idling okay. It's a little bit smoother than it was before. Yeah, I'll take it for a ride. Only one way to find out. See if it's smoking at all. You know, that's a strange thing about these cars. This thing goes through. This car burns, you know, a quart of oil every 200 miles. And, but yet it never smokes. I mean, maybe a little bit, you know, when I get on the freeway and I just really hammer it down. But otherwise, you would think going through a quart of oil, you know, in 200 miles, that this thing would be smoking like a train. But it's not really the case. And the plugs usually aren't that fouled out. It's kind of the weirdest thing. But these plugs do have probably, I don't know, 20,000 miles on them now, so they're due for a change because I'm sure they're pretty bad by now. I would have liked to have done them today while I was doing this, but oh well. You know, oh well. Rock Auto, they're just real slow. That's the one thing. If Rock Auto could figure out their shipping to where it didn't take a week, you know. Oh well, anyway, let's go ahead and take this thing for a rip. Okay, I think we're gonna wrap this video up here. Thanks for watching, and like, subscribe, comment if you would, please, and we'll catch you in the next video. Take care.